Hey, so ASUS announced four new ZenFones today in the ZenFone 4 line. We have the ASUS ZenFone 4, the ASUS ZenFone 4 Pro, ZenFone Pro. Wow, these names
Here we
are
go.
horrible.
I was waiting for it.
ZenFone 4 Selfie and the ZenFone 4 Selfie Pro, if you got that straight.
Whew. Here we go.
Yeah, it's a mouthful. So basically, just a few specs that you guys should know. The ZenFone 4 is a mid-range device, Snapdragon 660. ASUS Zen 4 Pro is the flagship device that has a Snapdragon 835, and then the ZenFone 4 Selfie and the ZenFone 4 Selfie Pro are also mid-range devices. Some of the interesting features of these. So the selfie one of the selfie versions has two front-facing cameras. I don't know what do you guys think about that? What are you gonna do with that?
What are you gonna do? Basically, one of them is like a regular angle, like a regular front face, and the other one is like a wide angle. I
Yeah, it's a
believe
wide angle lens.
for Wi-Fi's, Groofies. I forget what.
Yeah, I don't know what the preferred term for that is yet.
Hasn't caught on yet, but yeah, so that's kind of interesting, I guess. I think we've seen sort of similar kind of hardware like that with I think it was the LG V10 that had two front-facing cameras, but it combined them to make like a really wide angle kind of front-facing shooter.
Yeah.
So it's not entirely unheard of, but this is going I guess the traditional, just one for regular, one for wide angle. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. I don't know why that would. I guess that does make it a selfie thing. It's got two front-facing cameras.
Yeah, you're gonna get
Andrew, you were talking about the regular, now the non-selfie versions. They also have two cameras on the back, but they are different, right?
Yeah. So the regular ZenFone 4 has a 12 megapixel standard lens, and then a 120-degree wide angle lens. So that's going to be more along the lines of like the LG G6.
Yeah.
But then the ZenFone 4 Pro, man, that's a lot. ZenFone 4 Pro has the standard 12 megapixel lens, and then it has a telephoto lens which provides like 2x zoom. So there's a little, you have to, you got to kind of pick and choose which one if you're looking for the cameras, whether you want the wide angle or the high resolution zoom.
Yeah. And which would you guys choose, honestly? What do you think is better? Because one of them is obviously priced a lot higher than the other.
Right. We'll mention the price here in a minute too. Yeah, I don't know. I have the G6 and I use the wide angle lens more than I ever thought I would. But zooming is kind of useful too. I don't know.
Yeah, they both are. It's going to be a matter of time before you see all three on a smartphone, and I can't wait for that.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty sweet. I mean, I have the G6 too, and I love the wide angle on that one. It's so awesome.
Yeah, I've used it. I usually use it for taking indoor shots, and I'm trying to capture like an entire room or something. But I have used so much the 2x zoom on the OnePlus 5, all the time. I was trying to take a picture of a funny license plate, and I just clicked the 2x, and it zoomed right in, and I could take the picture so easily, and it's awesome. There's just so many uses for it. It's great.
So pricing for these, the ZenFone 4 is $399. The ZenFone 4 Pro is $599. That's the flagship version, the most expensive version. And then the selfie ones are really cheap. The ZenFone 4 Selfie is only $279, and the Selfie Pro is $379. So pretty affordable prices for some mid-range phones with some interesting cameras.
The only thing that was weird was with the standard ZenFone 4 Selfie, they didn't announce. I didn't see that they announced which Snapdragon processor was in it. So it's not the same. It's not the same as the Selfie Pro, which has the 625.
That's always iffy, especially if they leave it out and they just talk about it's a quad-core processor, and then later you find out it's MediaTek or something, which aren't that bad nowadays, but yeah, it's interesting. The price of the Selfie or the ZenFone 4 Pro is $600, and that's it's kind of up there for an ASUS device, honestly.
Yeah.
If you guys want more information about these phones, we have all the full list of specs on Phandroid.com, so check that out. But until next time, this is a Fancast, and we'll see everybody later.
See ya.
Bye.